Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm gonna do the update of the Roulette pan collab, and I have a few things that are clear now because when I filmed it right away and I didn't have the rules all clear up, but today I have an amazing update in my opinion because this has only been 1 month after we started. So I have two goals that I hit and I have almost another one that's about to be hit, I think within the next week or maybe the next 2 days or so. So if you want to see my update for this Roulette pan collab, then just keep on watching. Okay, so first, this is a collab that it was created by Rebecca Morgan and Alexi. I'm gonna leave her channels below. I'm gonna leave the prompt list for the 100 prompts for these products below as well. And I'm also gonna leave the playlist for this project. This is my first time joining the project because it's a 4-month project each time they do it, and this is the 8th time that they have done it, I think. I'm just new to this bandwagon, but I'm already loving it because it helped me choose products that I would never choose for a project pan actually. Maybe one or two, but the rest of them, the prompts made me think about products that I wasn't thinking about putting in project pans. So like I said, these projects last for 4 months. And this one ends on January 15, 2021. If you want to participate, you still can. You can just use the hashtag Roulette pan collab, and this one I think they're doing it on Instagram and on other places. You can go and check Rebecca's videos and she will have everything in the description box below. And then it was supposed to be 6 products. Last time I did 8, but one of them had 3 goals, which was the So Jaded palette. But I'm gonna keep doing the 8 products sort of situation because I like it. It goes with me. And today I have one thing that I didn't make my goals clear for last time, so I'm still just learning how to do this, but I reached the goal because I noticed what I want for this project more now. And I'm gonna show you another thing that happened that wasn't expected for another product, and that way we will see and we will learn while doing it. The point of any project pan is to finish product, give you reviews of products that I'm putting in a project pan that I wasn't using if they were in the project pan, and so on. Just getting more use out of these products. It's a rolling project pan, and my goals can be to finish, to use more, to use a number of times, or just to hit a certain goal in a product. It doesn't have to be to finish the product. So let's just start, and we're gonna go in the order of the products so that you guys can see the update and you guys can see how I'm doing with the products. So the first product that I have here is gonna have the Impulse Buy, then the Howard's House color, and then something yellow. So those prompts made me realize that I could use just one palette for them, and this is the So Jaded palette. It was a collab with ColourPop and Kathleen Lights, and I chose as my goals to heat pan in Ruby, then heat pan in one shade, any shade of the palette, and then also heat pan in Citrine. I'm gonna talk about the palette for a little while because I've been using it. This is not a palette that if I knew what I know now, I would repurchase. I don't enjoy the process of using this palette. I pretty much adore the Dream Street palette. That's a wonderful palette. This one for the mattes is not the ColourPop formula that I know from that palette and from the singles. This is a different formula in my opinion. I don't enjoy using it. I don't find it to be as cohesive. It's just my opinion, you guys, because you guys know that I love more of a neutral, pinky, orangey shade. And this one is just all over the place. And when I want to reach for a color that I love, it doesn't perform the way I want it to perform. So it has a few shades that I've gotten used to and gotten used out of because I like them, the way they perform, but I'm not blown away with the quality of this eyeshadow palette. And I've tried ColourPop and I think they have wonderful eyeshadows, but these are not the best. I have to say the metallics are better than the matte ones, and it's weird because I truly like ColourPop matte singles and ColourPop the Dream Street palette, the singles, the mattes are wonderful. They're not my favorite, but they're really good. I will keep using it, but I've dreaded using it every day, and I've been using it every day, even if it's for one shade. What I want to do for this palette, truly taking into account that I have it for 3 categories that I'm supposed to hit pan in 3 shades specifically. If I hit pan in any of the 3 shades, keeping in mind that I will be putting my mind to Ruby and Citrine and then the rest of the shades, I wouldn't mind if I don't hit pan in Ruby and Citrine, but I hit pan in other shades of the palette. Because what I want to do is get more use out of the entire palette since having it in a project pan and not focus on just one eyeshadow. It's not realistic for me to use Citrine every day. I've tried, I've dreaded it. And it's not the best performing shadow. For me, the one that's a reddish one, Ruby, is just not the best performing shadow. When you apply it and then you blend it, it goes away. So it's just not my favorite, but I'm gonna keep using it for the 4 months and see what I can do with it and see how much progress I can make in it, because I purchased it when it was released and then it's been a while and it was basically brand new in my collection. I'm gonna show you from afar and then I will do close-ups. So this is Ruby and it has a dent in it, but the truth is that the dent is more, not because I've used it all over my eyes, it's because even when I'm gonna apply it in a little bit of eyelid space, when I'm gonna blend it, it goes away, so I have to reapply it, and I don't like that. I'm so used to my Natasha Denona eyeshadows, I'm so used to my ABH eyeshadows, that's not the way that I wanna spend my makeup time. Playing with my makeup means a lot to me. It's just my me time, and just having to struggle with an eyeshadow, it just makes me hate it already. I've been using that, but it has more of a dip than it's supposed to have because you have to reapply it, and every time you blend it, it goes away. Then Pearl is the one that I've been using organically. This is the one that I've been loving for my inner corner highlight. This is one that I've been using to lighten other shadows that I use for my Natasha Denona Franken palette. And it's just one that I've been using for my brow bone highlight to mix with my Huda New Nudes eyeshadow palette, which is one that I have in a Pandad palette, but it's not on my YouTube. It's just I put it on my desk and I've been trying to use it more and more, and you will see an update on that on my Pandad palette update. For Citrine, I haven't used it that much because I don't love the way it looks on my eyes, and it's the same thing that happens. It's better than Ruby, but it just doesn't perform as amazingly as I would expect it. And then on the other hand, I've been using Onyx, Jasper, Stoned, Smoky Quartz, My Precious, Diamond, Rose Quartz, Royal Jewels, Sunstone, and sometimes Jura Gem or Geo Dude. But the rest of them, I haven't touched them, basically. Garnet as well. And I've used Jade too. I've used a lot of the palette. I just haven't used it one shade consistently enough for me to hit pan. But since I started this project, I've used it a ton. Keep it in mind that I'm not obsessed with it. So I think that for the impulse buy category, I will hit pan in Pearl, I think within the next 2 days. It has a major dip in it. I thought today I was gonna hit pan on it, but I didn't. I think within the next 2 days I will hit pan on that one. I'm thinking about doing on this update, choosing the product for that category because I don't want to wait another month without adding a product and getting use out of it, since it's a 4-month project pan and it's rolling. So I'm thinking about just replacing that one, even though I'm gonna keep using it until I hit pan. Just getting a new prompt for that one because I know I'm gonna hit pan in the next few days. Then for product you own too, I have here the MAC Pigment in Tan. I don't own 2 of these, but I have a dupe for it, and I prefer the L'Oreal one than this one because this is beautiful, but it's messy. But I've been using it. You can barely see any dip in it because you need the tiniest amount. And what I put on this one is that I wanted to use it more, but I wanted to use it 10 times. So as soon as I reach the 10 times using it, I will roll it out of this project. And these pigment I've used 5 times already. That's not bad for me because when it comes to pigment, I'm really lazy and I don't love them. I love the way they look, but I don't love to use them. I've enjoyed it when I've applied it on my lids, for sure. It looks beautiful. And I think I can do the other 5 times and then put it back in my collection. So hopefully on the next update, you will see this one rolling out of this part of the project. Now for the something black category, something happened. So I have the Urban Decay Glide On 24/7 in Oil Slick, and I've been using it. I didn't measure it, but I've been using it, and I know that I can finish it before January. I will put my mind to it, but something happened. I have the Scandalized liner. This one was a purchase from my aunt. I asked for the matte black, and she sent 2 matte blacks, and she didn't notice, and she chose a sparkling black. And I love the formula of these eyeliners, but I prefer a matte black. I love matte blacks. I wouldn't even repurchase Oil Slick. This one was from my bolt of liners. I had every single color, but I wouldn't purchase a black with shimmer on it. If I want a black with shimmer, I will apply the matte black and then an eyeshadow that is black with a shimmer, and I wouldn't purchase an eyeliner. So this one, the cap got broken. I was just trying to remove it from the back because I always put the top of it in the back, and then you can see that the back part got ripped off, and I tried to take it out to use the cap, and it wasn't possible. I couldn't do it. So this one has been getting dried out. So what I've been using is I sharpen it every day because it gets dried out, and then I use it every day and then sharpen it the next day. So I know I will finish this one soon, but I don't want to let it go to waste. I don't want it to get dried out because I'm using this one, which is basically a dupe for it. So instead, I'm gonna use this one first, and then you won't see progress on this one, but you will see in the update if I finish this one up next month, and then I will keep using this one. It doesn't make sense in my mind to use this one, which is the same as this one, when this is gonna get ruined and I'm gonna lose my money. So yeah, these two now are in the project, but you guys will know that this won't have any progress, I don't think, in the next update, or at least little progress, because I have to finish this one first. For a favorite product, I have here my Matte Lip Blush by Nars. And this one I thought I was gonna use more, but I have to tell you, I haven't posted it because I know this video is gonna go up first. I started a project that's called the Blush Project, and I filmed it last week. And I've been using the blushes on that project. I've used this since this project started, I guess about 5 times or 6 times, because I love this blush. And sometimes I even use it with other blushes. I apply this on this part of my cheeks, and then I apply one that's more vibrant or makes me look more alive on my apples, or if I'm doing sort of a smoky eye, I will only use this one. But I've used it about, I would guess, about 5 to 10 times. I can't say for sure because I'm not counting them. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this in January 15 or before January 15 while doing the blush project. But I will keep it on this project and see how much more progress I can make out of it. I wish I could repress it, but I've repressed a Nars blush before and ruined it, and I don't wanna do that. And then another product that I hit my goal, and my goal wasn't clear last time. I said that I was gonna use it for the 4 months or until I got bored with it, or that I would rotate it. But the thing is that what I want to do is I want to use it more, and I did. Since I started this project, maybe a week before I started the project, I put this product on my drawer, everyday makeup drawer. And it's the Burberry Rose Gold. And this is a product that you got for free. This was PR from Influencer a while back. And I already had another shade of this one, and I love it. I hit pan on it on my first project pan. It's one of my favorite and most unique highlighters. It's the one in nude gold. So they sent me the one in rose gold, and it's so beautiful. It's the highlighter that I'm wearing on my cheeks today. It looks wonderful. You have to keep in mind that I buff my face because I want everything to look seamless. But this is lovely. You can see that I've used it. You can see that it doesn't have the beautiful engraving that it comes with. I'm thinking that I'm ready to let this one go and roll in a new product. If I can roll in a new highlighter, that would be awesome because I want to get use out of my powder products. This one, I reached the goal for it. I use it basically every single day since I started this project. And I would put my brush, I'm going to show you, all over the highlight. I wouldn't focus on one part. I would focus it all over the highlight just to erase the engravement or the beautiful art that it had on top. And then the last product that I have to show you and that I also hit my goal on was the Close to Using Up but Forget to Reach For, and I chose the Guerlain Terracotta Mineral Bronzer in the shade Light 01. I had to even remove the little, how do you call this? It has sort of a mesh, and I removed that to use it. Even the product that it had stuck on the plastic. So I used it a ton. I used it a ton. I used it every single day until I finished it. I wasn't focusing on any other bronzer in my collection. This was just the one. So if the categories allow me to add a bronzer, maybe I will. So this is done and gone. I'm so happy to see that one gone because that one I was gonna put in a project pan for next year. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna choose 3 prompts because I'm gonna also replace the Impulse Buy one, which is gonna be Pearl from the So Jaded palette. I'm gonna mark the Impulse Buy one as if I finished it, and I'm gonna add 3 new numbers, and I will come back and let you guys know the numbers because when I do this on Google, it doesn't let me show it on the screen because it doesn't even look like I'm doing anything. Okay, so the numbers that I generated were 60, 63, 17, and then 36 because I'm gonna explain. 17, it's a product out of season. Then 63 was a Franken product. And I do not have Franken products. I don't mix in products to make them work. I never do that. And the only Franken product that I have is my Franken palette that's on my Panda palette that I use for my eyeshadow. And I've used that all year round, and I have a playlist for that one. It doesn't make sense to put that palette in it when I have it in another project separately and when I'm doing or reaching goals on that one separately. And then I had number 60, which is a perfume. I didn't love that prompt, but that will help me finish one sample that I have. I have a few samples, so if I can keep finishing them up, that would be amazing. And then the number that I exchanged it for, number 36, it's a product from a controversial brand. And I guess I only have about 2 products or 3 products from Kat Von D, and that's the only controversial brand that I can think about. I know Lime Crime is controversial. I have products from them too, but I want to know what brands do you consider controversial. Jeffree Star, of course, I don't think I have any products from him. So yeah, just leave below controversial brands in case I have a repeat for this category at one point in this project. I would love to know more because I truly don't know any other brands that have been controversial. So that's it. So then the 3 products that I have are a product out of season, a perfume, and a product from a controversial brand. I already picked them since I was already off camera, and I'm gonna show them to you. For the product out of season, since I wanted to use highlighter more, I grabbed this one. This is Dreamsicle by Becca, and this is basically a summer highlighter. I don't think it's available anymore, but the last time I said that, I found it on their website. So if I find it on their website, I will leave a link below because it's one of my most unique highlighters. This is sort of a tangerine color. I love it. It doesn't have an orange base, so you don't see it opaque on your cheeks. It has more of a sheer base or a champagne base, and it has a tangerine on top of it. It's just beautiful. You can see it right here. You can see that when I move my finger, it looks more as a champagne highlighter, and then when you see it on the face, it gives sort of a tangerine color to it. So it's really different from all of the highlighters that I have, and I love it as a blush topper. I love it as a shimmery blush if I build it up, and I love it as a highlighter. I erased most of the hurricane type of situation that it had. It had sort of like a lollipop type of engravement, and I wanna truly hit pan on it. But my goal for this one is gonna be to use it for an entire month. I have so many highlighters that I just wanna rotate them. So this will be the replacement for the Burberry one, and it's definitely a product out of season, but that it will work wonders because where I live is summer all year round. For a perfume, I grabbed this Tom Ford Black Orchid. You can see that I've used a little bit of it, but I don't use perfume. I almost never do. I have one from Sylvain de la Court. I'm gonna leave a link below. I love it. She has a vanilla line, and it's a French line of perfumes. It's just wonderful. But it's the only one that I use that doesn't make me feel sick, because perfume makes me feel sick. So I'm gonna see how this one will work, but I'm pretty sure that I can finish it before the next update. And this is gonna be the thing that's gonna make me finish this perfume and maybe go to the samples of perfumes that I own and keep finishing them up. So yeah, Tom Ford Black Orchid is gonna be the perfume for this project, and this is nice because it's a rollerable and it's a tiny one. I can even carry it on my purse and use it up. And then a product from a controversial brand, I thought that this would be a nice time to bring this one in. This was one that I was thinking to put in a project pan for next year as well, and this is Lyric. This is a single from the Shade Light Contour palette. I purchased this ages ago because I also have these Emphasized by MAC, and Jaclyn Hill, old-fashioned Jaclyn Hill, would use this one and Emphasize together to highlight and make the under eyes extremely bright. I used to love that look. I found it to be so beautiful, and that's when I purchased this one when it came in a single, because I didn't want to buy the entire contour palette. So when it came on a single, I decided to purchase it to recreate that look, and then it went out of style and I never used it because when I have to put things on palettes, I don't reach for them. And then I started to use it and heat pan on it. So what I want to do is actually finish it, but my goal is going to be to do my best throughout the entire project. And if I don't finish it, I will roll this to the 2021 project pan, the yearly project pan for sure, until I finish it completely. So those are my 3 products that I chose. I don't know, I for sure know that on my next update, I will be rolling out the Becca highlighter, maybe even the perfume. I know I will be able to roll out one of the 2 black sparkling highlighters and maybe this MAC Pigment. So I'm so far loving this project. I've been not loving this one. A few of you guys asked if I would recommend this palette. If you love the brighter colors, they have a few shimmery colors that are bright that perform beautifully, but those are not the ones that I use the most, so I wouldn't recommend it. It's nice, but it's not wonderful, and for the price I would just save up, double the amount, and buy a Natasha Denona one for $65, and the quality is insane. If you can find one that has the color scheme that you use the most, just go for it. It's just something that you have to think about the budget that you have for makeup and if it's in the cards right now. For me right now, I don't want to purchase any makeup. Maybe I will get a Natasha Denona palette, but that's all I've been getting throughout the entire year because I haven't been purchasing stuff. I've been basically not in a no-buy year officially, but I'm in a low-buy all the time since I did my no-buy and since I started doing project pans. That's it for this update. I truly loved it. I don't know if I'm on the playlist for the Roulette pan collab, but I will ask Rebecca to add me to the list. So if you guys are coming from the list, then I'm sorry that I did my update late, but you can see a lot of project pan videos on my channel. I love you. As an emoji today, you watch the entire video. Let's put something related to dreamsicle or a popsicle, because it's something that's out of the ordinary, a product out of season, and that will be if you watch my entire video. So that's it, you guys. I love you, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.